Yeah. Remembering love, still glowing from a past life. Her loom weaved a spell. Sweet, sweet memories, huh? Well, here we are, in this time and place, coming to a time of going to the altar, asking for the things we desire, hoping the world will make things clear. If you're in America, make the right vote. Oh my. Yeah, so much, I think that even those politics where madmen are running against angels, something to think about and make our life richer every day. It all starts with us. Peace begins with us. The I Ching for the week of March 21st, 2016. Number 41, soon diminishing and offering. Above is Jen, limit, quietness, the mountain. Below is Dui, open, easy, and responsive. Oh man, be responsive, huh? Don't be blasé. Be responsive. Respond to what's going on in your life. Respond. Respond to love, huh? Make an offering at the altar of all you hold dear. Your offering is being fully present. Yeah, on the horizon is the returning of a most important part of yourself. A part you have in your zeal for completion left behind or have held hidden. To be in the attitude of reception, it is a time now to clean up your plate and to leave room for the returning of all that is good in this cycle for you. The benefit will be to have a plan, spelling out what needs to go. Be it people, a relationship, an attachment to self-importance, or your illusion of being in control. Check that out. Every time you think you're in control, doesn't the universe have a great sense of humor? Let go of what no longer serves you. Leave room to be found. Leave room to create, and leave room to be loved. Let love in, huh? You can be loved and you don't have to do anything about it. You just let it in and feel it. And then you say something very important. You say thank you. When you are recognized, create an altar, a place to go, where you, either in metaphor or in actuality, where you go to let the universal energies know you are awake. And in the work of being on the road less traveled, the path to peace of mind. It is at the altar where firm personal boundaries are set in place as you come to the realization that you have been squandering your deeply held resources of energy and power. The fuel that you need now for this transformational change that is before you, it's changing, you know it. Don't lie to yourself, man, that it's not happening. And look, you can't hurt anybody's feelings because they can only hurt themselves. To receive the abundance, love, and peace that is destined for you at this time, the benefit is not only to clear and to clean the vessel, but also, with careful scrutiny, discover and then seal the tiniest fractures in your way of thinking. Have caution that you do not become blinded by your successes, the things you've manifested, the things you've worked so hard for, but don't be blinded. It's only a hobby. It's only a hobby. You know what I mean? Like life, we got to go ahead and take it seriously, yeah, but don't take it too seriously. Do your work. But if you've done a good thing, just sit with it. Be quiet about it. You will, in reflection, see that you've done well. And that's not the question. In this hexagram, in this teaching, there's written a caution. Do not let these manifestations be food for your divine chattering ego that is constantly on the search for a way in to ever so subtly move you off track, that chattering ego, taking you away from the journey toward the greater good for you and your tribe and your community. As you've been moving toward your goals, you've been thinking and you've been moving in a multiplicity of directions to achieve what you've desired. Along with this, you've been steady on your necessary daily tasks of caring for yourself and those immediately around you. So be it so good. Despite all this activity, there's been a feeling, a lack of satisfaction, even though you have achieved some of these goals brilliantly. Rising from deep within has been a gnawing desire to reach for something new, something grand. In many ways, it seems like this must be the worst time of all for a journey such as this, as you've been expending so much of your vital force to get to where you are and to maintain your equilibrium while you're doing it. It's been a balancing act, man, and that takes energy, concentration, and it can be so bloody tiring. Sun's advice, this hexagram, is to take a clear look at your situation and then negotiate your position, paying attention to your limitations. As you proceed, with personal integrity as your guiding light, make sure you stay within the boundaries of your energetic, spiritual, emotional, and physical reservoir. Don't let the ego push you beyond your established boundaries. Ego would love to tire you out and then blast you, man. Take you off course. Tell you you're not good enough. But you are good enough. You're good enough. Yeah, just say it right now in your mind. I'm good enough. Ooh, it works. Approach the situations before you in their most basic form. It is a time for simple plans. Complexity would rob you of the resources you have left and leave you paralyzed on the path. If this were to happen, you would find yourself vulnerable to the old forms and patterns you've been working to shift. Right now, your path to success and enlightenment must be free and open, unhindered by negative thoughts and stale belief systems. Change any words of negativity about yourself that you're thinking to loving, positive, and progressive words of love and encouragement, right? Encourage yourself. Don't wait for somebody else to do it. The words you think are so much more powerful than the words you say. You gotta do it. Gotta think it. When we see the sun diminish at the end of the day, we do not mourn the sunset. No, we don't mourn the sunset. We don't think that life is over, you know. We know a new day is coming. And it can be one of your finest moments as you're in awe of the beauty of nature's cycles. We recognize that the end of a day is the end of a cycle, nothing more. This describes where you are now. You're at the end of a cycle. We are. On the planet we are, and individually. In consciousness, we've ended a cycle. And there's nothing to do other than go to the altar, make an offering, prostrate yourself, let the universe see you. Either prostrate yourself figuratively, which is cool, or literally, which is also cool. Go to the altar of virtue. Go to the altar of virtue. This is what some call fate, time in your life where the inner voice of wisdom expresses itself in a celebratory and joyous form as you set the ego aside and let go of fears and doubts to follow spirit. Follow your spirit guides, follow the angels, or whatever term you use to identify that voice of higher wisdom that nurtures and advises you in this time of decrease. It is a time of decrease, but that's okay. Make it work for you. It is from here that good, solid boundaries can be created, and it's a time that it's easy to do it. There are limitations, and these limitations will regulate your self-expression, which will become increasingly prescient as most of the other voices out there have become exhausted by the chatter, and they will be forced to move into silence. Ooh, amen, what a relief. Oh, yeah. Quiet voice. So in this time of lessening of personal power, look to your virtue and act and think as simply as possible. Work only at the basic elements of your tasks. Eat, drink, and think simply. Make an offering of your ego. This ego sacrifice may be in the form of material objects or a false attitude of confident behavior that was just about to take you down. You beat it. You're listening. As your energetic sun is setting, let go and allow it to follow its way around the great orb of your existence. One more time around the sun, knowing that as you rest and sleep, you will be richly renewed and prepared for the eventual rising of your strength, energy, and wholesomeness. Yeah? This will empower you to bring loving kindness to your personal relationships, to your tribe, to your family, and to your business associations, allowing you to easily accomplish more than you had previously conceived. It's much more. You conceived it, but it's greater than that even. You think it's really good, but you've gotten it. Making and respecting firm outer limitations in a time of limitation will allow you to cultivate and nurture what is most essential for your progress toward abundance and acceptance of your authenticity, who you truly are. In this diminishing energetic cycle, that's right, the sun is setting, you'll be able to see what lies ahead. And by honoring limitations, you can cultivate the resolve needed to patiently see the cycle through to the end. And that is when a new cycle begins. And it is. Let it happen. Some natural cycles can be hard to accept. When you find yourself in a time of limitation, you may worry, you may get stressed, but know that this cycle is only temporary, and it's part of the natural order. Decrease gives you an opportunity to clearly look at your life path so that you may address and correct negative thoughts and old, worn-out, destructive patterns of behavior. Rather than being something to get through, the current cycle should be considered as a time of revelation and revolution. Revolution that will lead to a personal revolution, leaving you clear and strong to work for your own and for the greater good. You're at the onset of a time of beneficial good fortune. This fruitful harvest is deserved and is being realized by the hard work you've been doing daily on recognizing, accepting, and releasing the suffering that's resulted from events and beliefs of the past. You might be done with something that's right by your side. Don't be afraid to let it go. It leaves room for you to grow, be renewed. Make your decision firm and know where you are headed. This knowing is your roadmap for the journey. The events to come will be rich with meaning and will open the doorways to abundance and love, as ancient old wounds will be healed and cords of bondage to the past will be dissolved. See the pain and angst that has been flowing through you for all these many years, for all these many lifetimes. Honor the experience and let it go. Take a breath and let it go. There's been much pain and suffering on our planet. Have trust that as a people we're coming to the best of times, a creation of a community where our beliefs and vision for Gaia, for our planet and for our tribes is going to be in balance with all nations and all people. It's coming. It's up to us to vision, keep the balance before us, and do everything we can to make it happen. In this way, great benefits will be delivered as we all act in harmony with the rhythm of the earth and trust the process shown to us by the teachings we've embodied on the path leading to this very important moment. Our teachers may still be in the body, or they may have moved beyond, or they may be a mentor that you chose out of history. So look to those teachings and look to the teachings in your tribe. Look to the elders. Look to the elements of nature and of our earth. It is within the magnificence of Gaia that the creation, that the greatest teachings are held in waiting for us to come to stillness and listen. It is in the bird's song. It's in the wind and the trees and the rumbling of the earth and the roiling of the sea. These are our teachers. Stop, listen. Stop, listen. That's what we got to do. And act for what you know is right. Remembering love still glowing from a past life. Her loom weaved a spell. Hey, go into this next week in kindness. Love the ones who are near you. And let yourself be loved. This is a time of diminishing. That's the time we go and make our offerings. So I say, the words here in this part of the Americas that I live in, the phrase that says, I am the other you, which is, in lakesh alakin, I am the other you. And I like it that way. I like it. I send you love from the 20th parallel. Give yourself a hug. Know it's from me. Many blessings. Namaste.